Let's talk to Rupinder Bains, an expert in defamation and internet law. She joins us from central London. Very good to talk to you, Rupinder. I mean, Stan Collymore makes that very good point, doesn't he? That if people walked up to him in the street and abused him racially, or indeed anyone else, or threatened to kill him, they'd pretty much know they were committing a crime. Somehow they believe it's different, some of them, on Twitter.
They do, and in a way it is, unfortunately. The sad truth is that they are entitled or able to tweet anonymously, and this is the problem. There are so many ways of setting up fake accounts with fake user details that it is true to say that it is very, very easy to post abuse without getting caught.
And difficult for Twitter to deal with. Nevertheless, you know, Stan Collymore seems very cross. He feels Twitter aren't doing enough to police this kind of thing.
The problem of policing is going to be huge. 650 million users of Twitter, 9,000 tweets a second. Just policing that is going to be incredibly difficult. But I think that we have always had success in tracing people. The approach may be different in civil matters. I don't know in this case what approaches the police have made, what questions they've asked, and what responses they have indeed received from Twitter. I find it hard to believe that Twitter wouldn't have any information to provide.
Yeah, how many cases do you get? And then presumably it's not just involving high-profile people like Stan Collymore.
Oh no, this is incredibly common now. It ranges from Joe Blogs to the business person. The defamation and Twitter is used as a basis for defamation. It's a massive problem, and we are called upon regularly to assist people because police are not always trained, do not always have the material or the information as to know what to do with these issues. Yeah, I mean, it could, though. I mean, given the amount of traffic, as you describe it there, it could swallow up an awful lot of police time. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But it is a real issue. It's an issue that must be dealt with. How it's going to be dealt with is something that will have to come under scrutiny and discussion a lot more than what it is. Twitter is trying to help by putting up an abuse button, but it's the speed at which they react. I mean, one of the guys that was involved in this matter, he only came off, his profile was only suspended yesterday, and he was actually making a mockery of the system by commenting that, why am I still here?
Do you think it still seems to be growing? The message isn't getting through. I know there have been warnings from the Attorney General and others when it comes to legal proceedings that people on Twitter have been jeopardising those in some cases. And, here we have another case involving Stan Collymore. It's fairly high profile, but people seem to be carrying on regardless.
Because they're getting away with it. It is the same problem of the anonymity. Until that's tackled, you can quite easily afford to say whatever you want to say online and get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, your route seems quite a good one. How would people go about it? I mean, taking it forward as a civil matter?
Well, the first thing we would do is contact the platform or the blog that is hosting this information and ask for them to provide us with as much information as they had with regards to the poster, so that the perpetrator of the comment. They would have to freeze the information that they had, and we would, if they weren't playing ball with us and weren't able to provide the information because of their own local legislation, then we would obtain a Norwich Pharmacal order in this country, which would compel them to provide whatever information they had.
OK, so there is a legal route. Well, I must end it there. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed there. That's Rupinder Bains.